4, 3, 2, 1. I need everyone to give me a like. That means pencils down, eyes on me, thumbs up from everybody. Eyes on me. You know I'm coming over here. Come on, can you give me eyes, please? And thumbs up. Fantastic. Okay. So, comparison paragraph. Has anyone ever heard this before? Kylie's? Is that why you're raising your hand, or do you have a question?
Comparison means to like compare something to something else.
Exactly.
And then paragraph.
Go ahead.
And then paragraph means like just writing like paragraph or something.
Exactly. So if we put the two together, Daniel, if as Cully said, he said comparison is when you compare two people and a paragraph is writing something. What if we do, if we put them together? What do you think a comparison paragraph does?
To show what's different.
Okay, so Jamal, can you expand on that a little bit more?
If you write like comparison paragraph, I want to write the topic at the if you want to write the sentence, you have to
Okay, I see what you're thinking. Here's the deal. So we know that comparison is to compare. So we're not talking about indenting a paragraph, or we're talking about formatting. What we're talking about is a paragraph that simply compares. You're comparing two people, and that's what you're going to do today. Okay? So, Jamal, do you have a question?
I have a question.
Yes, take it away. Let's hear it.
So, what is the difference between the comparison paragraph and paragraph?
That's a good question. So, a comparison paragraph is a paragraph. So when you say paragraph, you're talking about all different kinds of paragraphs, right? With Mr. Koenig, we did narrative paragraphs, expository paragraphs. Comparison paragraph is just a type of paragraph. So it's still a paragraph, right? Which is a piece of writing that has a topic sentence, transition words, concluding sentence, all that good stuff. It's just that it's a type of paragraph. So you're going to be comparing two things or two people. Today we're really going to be comparing two people because this is an important skill to have outside of school, right? You want to be able to talk about your friends, about how they're similar. You want to be able to talk about family members and how they're similar. People got to understand, okay? So we're going to do an activity first. I'm going to show you a picture of my best friend. And I first want you to tell me how we're different, okay? Because even though we're talking about ways in which we are similar to people, I think it's really easy at first to identify differences, because those will be easiest. And once we go through the differences, then we can really target the similarities. But I want the most obvious answers to this. I want you guys to take it away. Here's a picture, right here. So here we go. As we know, it's me, Miss Massey, and then this is my best friend, Marjorie. Pretty cool name, right? Well, I think it's a cool name. Very easily. How are we different? Someone raise their hand. You can point out by how we look physically. Philip, how are we different?
They're the same.
Say that again?
Because they're the same.
No, we're not different because we're the same. Those are two totally different things. Being different and being the same. Being different, you're not the same as someone. When you're the same, you're very similar. Do you want to try again, Philip? How are we different? Which means like what's something we don't have in common?
Like cookies.
Well, that could be true, but this is just based on the photograph. We don't know what Marjorie likes just yet. Kyle.
The hair colors are different.
Exactly, our hair colors are different. All right, Kyle. Hey, when we snap for someone, we want everyone snapping. Okay, so Marjorie's blonde, right? And I have brown hair. Anybody notice anything else? Daniel. The clothing, exactly. Thank you, Mr. Conner. So, we're wearing two different things, so we probably have different fashion senses, different styles. Ashley, what else?
She's taller.
Exactly. She is taller than me, not by much, but she is a little bit taller than me. Yes. Yeah, Jamal.
So,
I can't have side chatter. Yeah.
so where's your best friend? Who does your best friend live there?
Where she lives? That's a good question. You're already starting to think about how we could be different even more, right? So, We're going beyond the surface, beyond what we just look like. So Marjorie's from Michigan. She's from Detroit. That's pretty far away. But I'm from Connecticut. That's pretty close by.
So, this is not a city?
Michigan's the state. Detroit's the city that she's from. I'm going to take one more question on this, Kyle.
Is she a teacher?
There we go. She is also a teacher. So now we're going to get to talk about the similarities. So when you look at two people at first, just like you might look at your friend, you look really different. You wear different clothing, different color hair, all that question, different heights. When you start to think about who we are, who that person is, what they're like, what their personality is like, what they like to do, favorite subjects, favorite hobbies, that's when we can start to get into some similarities. So you would never guess by looking at this. But Marjorie's also a teacher. So she loves to teach just as much as I do. She loves her students. She and I love Chinese food. We eat Chinese food together all the time. Elise, I'm not winning with you. You didn't find watermelon good yesterday. Now you're not liking Chinese food. I can't win. What else? We like to go to baseball games together. We both enjoy watching baseball. We both love animals. Ashley.
What's her favorite teaching subject?
What's-
Yours?
Well, that's a difference. She is science. She loves science. Yeah. You guys are like, can we have her as a teacher? But I'm not really very good at science. I'm more about writing. So that's another difference. But you see, we're looking at where we're similar and where we're not. So when you are comparing two people, you're really trying to find their similarities, which sometimes you need to do by looking at the differences. How we're different, then we can look a little bit deeper, find the similarities. And what we want to do when we're comparing two people is we're going to fill out something called this. Who can tell me what this is? I appreciate the answer, but you cannot call out Sharon. Elise, what is this?
I forgot.
It's okay. Philip.
Me and you?
Darren just said it. Jamal.
Like organization.
It's an organizational thing. And Jaren, what is it called? A Venn diagram. Thank you.